Happy Monday morning. Here's your money mindset and making shit happen. Making shit happen Monday. Today, we're going to talk about motivation and motivation when it comes to success, motivation when it talks about you getting your ass in gear, doing the things that you need to get done. I was asked about this the other day, and here I want to share with you a couple of reasons why motivation is not key. I want to go back to a post that I did about this so that I want to be really crystal clear. A lot of times what happens is, and if you can relate to this, like comment below wherever you're listening to this, hello, hello, hello. Here's the difficulty with motivation. That is not sustainable. Why? Because the reality is life happens, right? Who can agree with that? Life can happen and motivation alone is not going to make you money. Inspiration, excitedness, passion, and no, none of that is going to make you money. None of that is going to build a sustainable, predictable business, which is what I want to help you do. A profitable, sustainable, predictable business. As my business, we're coming up on 10 years. It's so amazing. And frequently I'm asked, why do businesses fail? What are some of the key differentiators? And we think that we get started in a business. Of course, you want to do something that you love to do and means something to you. But being motivated is not something that is sustainable for 10 years. Let me tell you, it's not. There's ups and there's downs. But one of the key differentiators is why businesses fail. And most businesses fail by 5 years, if not within the first 18 months, all across the board. It's because of how you're showing up, and motivation is not the thing. It's about how are you designing and deciding to show up and be. Who are you being? So there's a piece that we need to be motivated at times. Sometimes we have to push through. That's just the truth. There is no getting around that. But we can't lean on that as a plan. But here are some of the ways that can support you instead of thinking that you need to be motivated all the time. Because look, there are days that, like showing up is hard. Showing up in marketing is challenging. Showing up and dealing with your clients, no matter how much you enjoy your clients, there's days that it's just like it's tiring, right? Who can relate to that? It's tiring. So this is what we need to be conscious of. Number one is what can get you to making more money and getting on the other side is making sure that you have the skills that you need. Now, here's the truth. A lot of my clients will come to me and they have lots of experience, but they're still missing some critical skill development. Business building is a learned skill. Business development. Mindset change is a learned reprogramming yourself. So are you in truth about what it actually takes? What I find is a lot of times people are not in truth about really what it takes. And then they start down the path. And this is why businesses fail. They start down the path of whatever they think they need to be doing. And it's hard. And then that's where motivation fails them. Because it's challenging and you have to change most of how you show up in the world. It's not easy to be like, here I am. Most women, we are not accustomed to, quote, selling ourselves that way. Okay. So number two, we really need to have take action. When I'm asked the question, how do I show up when I don't want to? Like, Mary, there's days I really don't want to show up. Like, how do you handle that? And it's like, I show up. I show up. There's not another way around it. Now, you can batch things like this is live right now, but next week I'm going to go visit my dad in Vegas. I will not be showing up live, so I will be broadcasting a live recording. So there's things that you can mitigate as far as how you can take action, but you still need to take action. I was just on a call with one of my clients, and it's just like here's the truth. There's no skipping some of the steps. So if you're fearful about showing up, if you're afraid to increase your rates, if you want to create a new offer, but you're not willing to put in the time to make that offer, like the right offer to follow through, if you're not willing to think about this is the right offer, if you're not willing to make sure that you're offering a solution that's a bleeding neck solution for people, that's a problem. Because look, it's going to take time no matter what. So you have to be in action. You have to, in order to build, grow, and scale your business, there are different points along the way of taking action. And then you're like, okay, Mary, great. What kind of action do I take? If you don't have a plan, here's the thing. I know that oftentimes that you're seeing things online that say things like, I just show up whenever, or it's just about what I feel. And people who sell you that, they're making money. And part of how they're making money is they're making money with the belief that there's no plan, that you can just wing it. I don't know any successful businesswoman who's been in business for years that has been winging it, that just randomly shows up and is selling something that is transformational for their clients. Because selling, you don't really have to show up. You really don't have to have a plan. You can just like do it whenever. That is not something that's going to last. And if you're just selling that's what you're selling, right? If I'm just selling, look, guys, you can just show up whenever you want. You can just show, like, I'll be making money because I'm selling to people who don't necessarily want to follow through. So even when people are saying things like, I don't really show up, I just show up whenever, that is a deliberate marketing tactic. So don't be fooled that that's not part of their plan. You need a plan too. You need a plan to do the work that needs to get done in a way that you like to do it. So, for example, some of my clients, they're like, they need to book on their calendar spontaneity. And they're like, how is this spontaneous, Mary, if it's on my calendar? So you can designate time to do things that you want to do. You can designate time. Here's another thing that I hear a lot is people are like, but I like to be spontaneous. I like to just show up when the feeling is there. That goes back to motivation. What if the feeling's not there? Then what are you going to do if you want to have a predictable, profitable, sustainable business that lasts for years? I can't just willy-nilly show up whenever. Like, you have to have that plan in place that's structured so that then you can still show up spontaneously. And that's when you can do stories. That's when you can do other networking. That's when you have time to write your book. That's when you can do all of these other things. But having some structure, you heard me say it before, systems are sexy. And finally, just for today, is having bounce back ability and resilience. So look, our businesses are the best personal development plan on the face of the earth because it challenges us on so many levels. Because we're showing up and we're sharing what we believe. We're teaching our clients, we're coaching our clients, we're consulting our clients, we're offering our clients a service. And what happens is sometimes people give you pushback, right? Sometimes people will not love what you're saying. And so for you to be able to have what I call bounce back ability means that you have some resiliency, that you're able to bounce back and it's not going to be overwhelming to you. So that's your It's Not About Motivation talk today. So if you're not signed up yet, by the way, for this week, so today is February 20th. We start today, 4 p.m. Pacific, on the 500K workshop, where we're going to be talking about the top breakthroughs that women need to succeed in business. And today, Monday, we're going to be talking at 4 p.m. today, February 20th. We're going to be talking about the top 10 mistakes that women make in business and what you can do differently. So you're going to start with a plan today. And then over the next couple of days, every day this week at 4 o'clock, we're going to be talking about how to price things. We're going to be talking about client attraction. We're going to be talking about stepping truly into your CEO, your identity shifting. These are the breakthroughs. This is the path. This is for you to have bold, inevitable success so that you can lead a life uncommon. So if you're listening to this whenever, make sure if it's past February 20th that you still go to that link. There will be a training available for you. So enjoy the day. And remember, it's okay not to feel motivated every day. It's okay that there's days that you're just like, I don't feel like doing it. It's okay to show up, even if you're not feeling 100%, because it's better to follow through and show up and be a real person than to just wing it. I'll talk to you next time. Bye now.